I'm picking up from you.
I'm terrible.
I'm gonna pee. Stop.
I'm terrible. Why did
What
you
was
go?
this little mini? This little mini
Why did I do it? It's not supposed to move.
Your hinge is broken.
It's my break dancing. You don't want to see me do the windmill on the floor.
Yes, we do. Of course we do. What? Oh. Oh God. Oh. Okay, I'm ready.
Oh, you are terrible.
I'm already crying. We just
I didn't do anything. I didn't do
already,
like I literally didn't do anything.
Okay, then why am I crying? Where'd it come from?
Because it doesn't take much for you.
Muppet family.
Who are you this week?
I'm Whitley Gilbert.
And I'm Dominique Devereaux.
And we are Add Joy. Anything we can do before midnight. What she said? Anything you can do after midnight, you can do before midnight.
Where life and joy equals satisfaction.
Before we get started, we have a very important message. Everybody pause.
I can't get no satisfaction.
This is very important. Please hit the subscribe button.
Please, y'all.
Just do it right now. Do it right now. You like looking, you're hemming and hawing. I wonder if I did.
Right here. We're gonna put in some little music.
Right there, you should just hit it. Boop.
Boop.
All
Subscribe.
right. Please do. Or hit the plus sign where you listen to your podcasts so you can follow us. You gotta keep up with us, buddy. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We're moving and we're shaking. You don't want to miss out. You don't want to miss out.
You don't want to miss out. Yes, and also you see it. We've got new shirts
You
on
see
again
it.
this week.
And she's branded. And you see it. And you see it. And pose. You see it. Smize. See it.
Yes, you've got to go to our
You know you want
merch site.
You know you want one.
It's no, really seriously, like y'all, we're not
I mean, it's
talking
not
about like yes, we could say
You know you
it
want
because
one.
it's our stuff, but seriously,
on.
like this stuff is really, really cute, and you've got to communicate that you are a Joy John.
You know you want it. You know you want it. Absolutely.
Look at how long my hair is.
ShopAddJoy.com is where you're going to get it.
It's so long.
It's so long.
It's just, it's getting to the point. I don't know.
You should have
what
put
to
it up
do.
in a ponytail today.
know.
I mean, it's like, it's really,
I know.
like it's too
It's-
hot to just be like down
It's-
there.
I can't.
You could have done, you know how I do this? I just put it all like in this big bun
Yeah.
right here. You should have just, but yours is so long. You would have to wrap.
Yeah, I'd have to wrap it around,
You'd
and then
have
it gets
to
so
make it just a
heavy.
wrap.
My neck
Mhm.
can't keep it up. It's so much.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you want to do that. You have to be those big old soda can rollers. You just use a whole,
That Puerto Rican women just walk to the mall with.
just with Shasta cans. That's a lot of Fanta you was drinking to make sure your hair was curled.
Pina Crush.
That'd be hidden.
No, it really
A
does.
pina
No,
listen.
seriously.
Okay.
Okay.
You're joking, but I
Okay.
mean,
You come up off the beach.
listen, a
And
pina
you
crush
go to
will
one
set
of
it
those
off.
little kiosks right there by
Something
Luquillo
proper
Beach,
like.
and you listen.
Oh, those was
Listen.
good times. It was tearing that little food up, them little rolled up little bread things. Puerto Rico, all right with me. So we are fully in our season of security and confidence.
Yes, and our definition says security and confidence is accepting and trusting oneself to accomplish tasks and goals.
It is a positive, realistic view of the self, including all areas of strengths and improvement. Last week we talked about branding.
Yeah.
And we got some good juicy stuff for you today. But first, we're going to talk about our motivational mantras brought to us by our own hip hop and R&B music.
Okay. You got this one.
Everyday women and men become legends. By the artist formerly, we used to call him Common Sense, and he became Common. He rebranded.
You rebranded.
He was Common Sense back in the shop.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a good one.
That was a good one.
That really
it hit.
I'm letting fools know.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You're not confused.
I liked it. Yeah.
You got to really get it.
Yeah. Get down deep in there. That's a good one, though. Yeah. Everyday women and men become legends. Mm-hmm. We often think that it's like these people that come with the extraordinary gifts. It's just everyday folk.
Yeah.
I am everyday people. Yeah.
We should make up a game that's about ad libs. You know how like most games you have to like guess the song, but we just do the ad libs.
Okay.
Ooh. No melodies. We just do. You just got to do ad libs.
That's a good one, and you have to. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. just
get me started
tonight, like just that part. Ooh, jam tonight.
That's a good,
no lyrics, just background. Creep, creep, creep. You just got to get it.
Well, that's creep.
All right.
But I hear what you're saying.
You feel me?
I understand what you're saying.
It's just a little. Mm-hmm. It's the runoff parts.
Mm-hmm. Like, hey. What song is that?
Is that the beginning of Knocking the Boots?
Yeah. See? That's it.
Why I know that?
We're going to patent this.
We are. Don't
Just
steal
watch
it.
out.
Don't steal it. Just ad libs. Quit breaking my heart. Yep, just
Pretty
sing them
Brown
little
Eyes.
parts. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Don't sing no lyric, no major. Don't sing the major
you
chords.
You could have just done, hey, you could have just done that, and I would have known. Mm-hmm. That's real good.
We're gonna do it.
That's real.
We're gonna do it. We're just gonna see who gets it. What song would be no? That'd be any song of the 90s.
God.
No.
You know what that is?
There's lots of Neu songs.
No, but that one
Boys to Men?
No.
Can You Stand the Rain?
Can You Stand
but
the
Rain?
Rain?
All the 90s songs.
No, there are a lot of... That's also Can You Stand the Rain.
Mind.
That's another Neu.
That's another Neu.
Can You Stand the Rain?
There's a Boys to Men good Neu.
But there are some Jodeci Neus.
There's some Jodeci Neus.
Listen.
The whole game could just be Neus. Which Neu is that? Did girl groups Neu? Monica and them just never Neu'd. Oh, Brandy, you could have Neu'd.
I'm hearing a
Brandy ad lib.
I'd have to say the words. If I say the words, you're gonna know what song it is.
No. Who's this? Aye!
Yes, I am. Oh,
she just makes them randomly. Crazy in Love, Beyonce. She just be like, no.
But you know what I heard?
Yeah.
Yes, I am. I'm ready.
Oh, that's true.
See, see. So you could get
ad libs coming near you. We go. We got to think of it. Somebody
game
goes
for
sing
singers.
A game for just singers and people who don't sing, but just who know. There's somebody who knows all.
But you
they
gotta
will ad-lib
really
that
give
thing
it
to the end. Yeah, you gotta do it.
really give it to people, and no words.
Ooh, yeah. That'll give it away.
Oh, wait.
That's the obvious one.
No.
Ooh, yeah.
There's so many ooh yeahs, I feel.
Jodeci.
Yeah, but which one? Because there's so many.
My lady. Ooh, yeah.
Damn it. Look, and I'm just imagining me and my group being like, dog, we could have got that. We could have got that. How you didn't know that was Jodeci?
It's already fun. It's already fun. Somebody's going to invite us somewhere. Can y'all come and do that ad-lib game? We going to wear these shirts. You remind me, yeah. Yes.
We're so far off. So far off of what we're supposed to be doing.
That's okay. Somebody's watching and be like,
we've got joy.
Do another one.
We've got joy. Listen. All right.
Could I do.
Wait. I know this. I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm. So it's easy to pretend.
But you got that little
I know
part.
I'm not a fool. Should have known better. Yeah. This is bad. All of this at this point needs to be behind the scenes. Okay.
Did we already did the intro music? We did.
My God.
We're totally in here already. Is this going to be a little spot that where you see the little SpongeBob talking about a few moments later? We'll
All right.
be right back.
I'm going to skip to this one. This is one of my favorite lyrics of all time. I'm not going to curse.
I was about to say, because it's got a lot of cuss.
I'm going to say, but this is one of... hands down, I think this is one of the greatest strings of lyrics ever. Realizing the realism of life and actuality, who's the baddest, the person's status depends on salary, and my mentality is money orientated. I'm destined to live the dream for all my peeps who never made it. That's AZ. Life's a bleep. I really like this one for today because...
Life's a bleep.
It's talking. I like this fact that he was like, we're not talking about who's the baddest. Listen, if you really want to be known as being successful out here, money is the way that you're going to tell that, right? Which we're going to talk about today. It may not be. Money may not be the indicator that you are successful.
Yep. You got to define what that is.
Okay.
Childish Gambino said, happiness is the goal, but greatness is my mission. You know, goal's different than a mission. That's good.
Ooh.
That's very good. Happiness is something I reach along the way, but my mission, my overall, you're going to have lots of goals on the way to your mission. My purpose is the greatness.
That's a good one.
The mission can be fulfilled without reaching every single goal. It's true.
And then finally, I learned working with negatives can make for better pictures.
Come on, tongue in cheek. Come on, pun intended. I see you, Drake.
Drake on Heifer.
Drickety Drake.
We're so far gone at this point, y'all. I'm sorry. I apologize now. I really enjoyed today's topic. We're talking about success. So this one, she sent me a Marco Polo talking about the idea of success being one, different for different people, right? Because I think that we think that success is kind of this one marker that we all agree on, right? And where we struggle with security and confidence is that we feel like we don't meet that mark. But what if that mark doesn't define success for me?
What if it doesn't? We've all had that experience, you know what I mean? I certainly did. You know, my family, I'm getting my PhD, and, you know, there's the people who are like, oh, that's great. And then there's people like, can you get married now?
Ooh.
I'm like, but I'm 20, I'm really young, and I got a PhD. Did you notice it? It was like not like the other black people. Like other,
I was the one.
Like really, it was like something that was really something. Were you at the at the graduation? That was like totally
stage.
Like a thing right there.
In a sea, you could find me.
Yeah, you gonna get married though? You know, because that's them. That's them imposing, or you get married, and the first thing, like at the wedding, they're like, "We have a child, sweetie. Can I? I'm literally drinking at the wedding right now. Like I'm not having children tonight. Go away." You have a child, and they say, when's the next one? I mean, it's just, you know what I mean? But that's other people kind of imposing their ideas of success upon you.
You graduate from college. When are you going to buy a house?
I'm going to go to the graduation party. That's actually my next step.
I may never buy a house.
What are your plans now? To go lay down. I'm going to go eat.
We immediately think of, it's almost like we can't enjoy this success because we are constantly on the search for what's the next one.
The next thing is, which means we're never good enough. Which we never have pride and confidence because this ain't enough. The greediest people in this country are billionaires. That blows my mind. Do you ever notice that? The people who are the thirstiest, who will do the most, like just the most extreme things to get money, are people who have plenty of it. I mean, really, like billionaires are crafting new ways to like injure people, to like take people's pensions. You're already a billionaire. You have billions of dollars, and you're not even enjoying it. You're plotting on how to get billions more.
How can I make this company even
how
bigger?
How can it be bigger?
It's
You're not even
worth
stopping and be like, dude,
billions.
I'm like a billionaire. I could just like chill out. Nope.
Yeah, that's so good.
I'm chasing more.
And
money.
I'm not getting this money so that I can be a philanthropist and give it away.
No, I just want to collect billions. I just want to have more. I want to have a larger billions.
Yes. Because that's what we have decided as a collective is success.
Yeah.
Right. And so they're really just feeding off of what we just communicate to one another. So we got into this whole conversation about what is success, right? Because a big piece of feeling secure and confident is feeling successful. But here's the interesting thing. You define that for you.
And, you know, I was talking to a client about this, this week too, is we have to be careful about our desire for like social approval, right? We want other people, we define our success a lot of times through the eyes of other people. We want other people to think we're successful. The number of people who don't come to our homecoming, you know, and missing out on the greatest time ever. Spell House's homecoming is the greatest time on earth.
A time.
What are you doing? People who from all over come to it. You went to Spelman College or Morehouse College and don't come because you don't feel successful enough. Whatever that means. What are you using as the marker? I'm not coming. I'm divorced, baby. So everybody out there,
I want you.
I'm not coming because I don't make $1 million. What?
But here's the really interesting thing: is that when you were there, I've never been asked, "What do you do?"
You've made that whole thing up.
I've never been asked that. I've never had someone ask, "Are you married?"
How much are you making? What's that salary looking like for a psychologist?
I've never had someone say, "Do
That's
you have
not
any
what we're
kids?"
standing around doing. Nope.
Never.
They'd be like, "What's in your cup?" Are the Q's ribs like are they sauced? These are the questions. Who's DJing over to 98 tent right now?
Damani.
These are the questions that get asked.
Yes.
Is that a regular gummy or? These are the questions. These are the questions. No one is asking about like literally. That's all in people's minds. They're literally keeping themselves from their own friends, keeping themselves from a good time because in their mind, I haven't reached whatever this success is. Which is,
So
what if we
good.
just redefine that whole thing? We're going to talk about that, later.
Ooh.
Like what, just redefining this whole concept of success. Boy, that's an instant boost to self-esteem, because you might realize, oh, I'm already successful. I kept thinking, when I get successful, I'm walking around here successful as hell.
Successful already.
Already. So she's got some quotes.
We found
Really
a couple
good
quotes.
at the quotes. I love both of these quotes. They're awesome.
From some people that you would consider to be successful. John Wooden is the winningest college coach, I believe. He was with UCLA. He was over Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He's written books. And it's very interesting to see him define what success is. He really looks at success as character. It's more related to that. He couldn't care less about. It's so interesting for him to be the winningest coach
and talking about character.
And really what he says is the reason he won is character, right? So his quote says, "Success is peace of mind that is the direct result of self-satisfaction in knowing you did your best to become the best that you are capable of becoming." That's it.
Listen, it's peace of mind.
That's it.
Just those first words. You are not. I'm not going to be successful. You don't have peace of mind. You might even not be successful. Think about the billionaires being up all night. Are you successful? You don't sleep.
Success is peace of mind.
You don't
We
have
could put a
peace of
period
mind.
there.
You could. That's what I listen. I'm open off just that. Success is peace of mind.
Peace of mind.
Bloop. Boop. I may not have this. I may not have that. I have peace of mind. You are winning.
You really are.
You're a winner.
If you think
You're a
about the people
champion.
who stay up at night, the people with the billions stay up at night.
You don't even have peace of mind. You don't know if your friends are your friends. Got it? Okay, I guess we can call it successful. All right. You got married to somebody you know darn well. Would have never looked at you, but you're married to them. I always wonder when people get married, like for those kinds of reasons, how do they enjoy each other? You're just going on trips and you're just like, hi. You're here for the money. And they're like, hi, I'm here for the money.
What you consider success.
Like, are you having a good time? Knowing that you did your best. Can you imagine if you just took pride in that? You know where your security and confidence would lie if you're just like, hey, I gave it my all. And I have pride in I gave it my best. Did you win? No. I have peace of mind.
John Wooden is saying this. John Wooden, who gets paid, who won, but who got paid to win. His job was on the line if he didn't win. And the question he would ask his players is, "Did you give your best?" When they would lose, that is what he would ask. Yeah. Did you give your best? And if they could look him square in the face and say yes, he'd say, "That's success." Then we won today. Let's go home, champ.
Do it to yourself. We're saying, look at yourself in the mirror and say, did you do your best today? Then you won today.
Let's
go home glad.
That's real good.
Lay in your bed comfortably and have that peace of mind.
And sleep peacefully. Yep.
Ralph Waldo Emerson said, to laugh often and much. Again, we can stop right there. If we're talking about my definition of success, laughing often and much, we can stop right there.
That's it.
To win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children. Isn't that beautiful?
That's interesting.
To appreciate beauty. Success. To find the best in others. Success. To leave the world a little better, whether by a healthy child or a garden patch.
Come on, a garden patch.
Listen, but that's a real word, because a lot of people believe they're not leaving a legacy. I haven't been successful if I didn't produce children. Leave a garden patch. That's fine.
He didn't say acres.
A patch of garden is a legacy, just like that child.
Right
Plant
there
a
outside
tree.
your front door. That's it.
To know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. That is success. To one life. Folks are like, well, you gotta affect millions and millions of people, or just one.
Because what that one can do.
If everybody affects one, we're covered.
And what I like about these is that these are quotes about success from people who are considered successful.
Right.
They know. They're the people that I should be listening to.
These are the people that other people herald, right, as successful.
Yes. So what I think is interesting is that no matter your definition, you're in the right place because success is not a final destination. It is ever evolving. It continues to grow. You continue to define success. When you were in the 3rd grade, success to you was getting to the 4th.
That seems so menial to you now. That was huge to you then. Those little on awards day, that little ribbon that you got.
That was success to you.
Was huge. That science fair.
Getting a report card with
everything.
And different for everybody. For some people, it may have been straight A's. For some people, it was C's because of how they struggled.
Because that was
success.
Lift up from F's.
And no one's going to tell them that they're wrong. And now here you are, a grown-up working at a job. You don't get a report card. That's no longer your measure of success. So we have to be very careful about this idea that we've arrived.
It's finite. Right. Yeah. It's an ever evolving. I love that. The most important thing to consider when discovering whether or not you're successful is how you define it.
You.
No
one else.
That's what we were talking about today. I was saying, I'm a tenured associate professor at Clark, and people are like, are you going for full professor? And I was like, no. You can do it. Oh, I didn't say I couldn't do it.
Right.
I don't want to. You're not trying to be department chair? But the dean, an old dean that wanted to send me to this, she's very sweet, shout out to Dr., Kirksey Williams. But she was like, do you want to go to this? It was like some retreat for like Black women who want to be administrators. And I said respectfully, that's so wonderful that you asked me that. Please send someone who wants to be an administrator. I have no desire at all. People keep saying, but you can do it. I never said I couldn't do it. I don't want to. That's not my measure of success. My measure of success is I'm in the gathering spot and a student comes and says, oh my God, Dr. Bell, I'm getting my PhD. I'm actually going to Auburn like you went. That's my measure. I'm fine. I don't ever need to get beyond that point. I don't want to get beyond that point. I don't want to do the work I don't want to be full professor. Yeah. My measure of success is that. Right. So it's how you define it. So,
which is, notice how confident she is in saying that she's at peace with saying, oh yeah, I'm not going to get that.
Oh God.
And I'm okay with that.
I like it. I like it about myself. I like associate professor.
You ever seen somebody, my girlfriend Whitney, she makes the most beautiful dresses. She has a booming business. I cannot explain to you how talented she is in making a dress that is like Miss Seeley's pants. Like they fit everybody they look good on every single.
And she'll like alter it right when you put it on. She'll be like,
I am telling you.
Fit. Yes, it does.
Every single person who puts one of those dresses on is just transformed, right?
You slay in it.
Whitney will tell you gladly, I don't want no kids. I ain't got no kids. I ain't never gonna have no. With peace and joy, and we'll even laugh at you for having them. You gotta go because you got kids. Listen, because that's not her measure. Yeah. You know what her baby is? Her business.
And it is booming and it's grown. But the gag is, and I'm not sure why we do this, and I think social media plays a role in it. Because we want to feel secure and confident in the places that we define as success, we want other people to agree. And we almost want to put down other people. Well, now, you ain't married. And I'm so, you have complimented me.
And you don't want me to be married.
You were supposed to
You talk about a lack of success.
Was that a diss? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, really, people will say stuff and I'd be like, that's the diss. It's not. I love it. I love that about myself. And I think you've got to be careful about that, right? Those externally defined, notions of success. It's how you defined it. So you've got to ask yourself some questions. The first question is, what makes you the happiest? And that's that's what me and her had to do that kind of vocationally. It doesn't make me happy to be in fact. No, I love y'all, Clark Atlanta. It does not make me happy to be in faculty meetings with other professors. So why would department chair or dean make me happier? I like teaching the kids. It's what makes me happy. So why would I do something to pull me out of the classroom?
The amount of times people have said to me, I just had someone from the state the other day. You don't want to be a principal? I would love for you to be a principal at one of my schools. Get thee behind me, Satan. I do not want it.
And it's not a lack of confidence to be one. I'm sure she'd be fantastic.
I do it, and that's not her measure. Circles. That's not at all what I want to do. And because that's not my measure of success, you can give that to me, and everyone around me could be saying, wow, look at you. You're a principal. You did it. And I would be miserable.
Unhappy. Because you're not successful, because you haven't defined. It's not your definition of success.
Not my definition.
Absolutely. Right. The next one, what satisfies your core needs? This is good. You might have to sit with this. Sometimes we can answer these questions quickly, and sometimes we have to be like, uh-oh.
Sometimes you got to sit.
What satisfies your core needs? Some people have a need to be in community at their job, for example.
Yes.
They don't do well working from home. They don't want to be on Zoom and computers. They want to be in office, in community with people. That's a core need. So that's not a gift to give them an at-home job.
Even if
they don't want that.
Even if you're doubling their salary.
That's the core need may not even be money. My core need, I need flexibility. Yeah. I cannot be at a 9 to 5. I cannot do it. There isn't an amount. It would have to be in the billions. The flexibility that I have owning a practice and being a college teacher, it's not quantifiable. I can't monetize it. That is a core need. And I consider myself successful for the fact that I don't have to tell anybody when I'm taking off work. I don't turn in no paperwork, no money. I'm the bomb because of that.
Yes.
That's the bomb.
It's a very real thing.
But that's because that's a core need.
Now, if you're, and I want you to know, we are not in judgment. We're not here saying, if your core need is 6 figures and you're saying you're willing to take any job to get good.
Please do it.
You're clear.
Yeah. Your core need might be something different, right? I love that I can make it to all my daughter's things. I can make it. I can just move things around, reschedule some stuff. But that's my core need. That brings us to the next one. What do you value?
Now, if you don't know, find out quick.
Find out quickly.
Part of our discontent is that it's not that everyone else has defined success for us. It's that we don't know what success is for us. So we just
download some,
We don't know what we value, and so we just adopt what it seems like everyone else is saying.
That's so good.
Are the success measures. And what I'm saying is, if you don't know what you value, you can't determine
you have to know
what success looks like for you.
It's very common for people to pretend that they're doing something. My client today said, I was eating when I wasn't hungry. I was like, what? Just because everybody else was. She's not an eater. It's not. And I was like, well, I don't know nothing about that. But I'm like, but she's like, I'm not eating. You were just out here eating? You weren't even hungry. She's like, yeah, because it seemed like other people were like, you should eat. And it just, I didn't want to have the conversation over and over again about why I wasn't eating.
And see, that's trivial. But I'm telling you that there are millions of us out here getting married because everyone else is doing.
Some of my students have no business being in that college
because
classroom.
Everyone else is doing it.
Yep.
Going to college because everyone else is doing it. You see what I'm saying?
And I can tell they don't value it. You know, because you have parents who are like, oh, he's really smart. I don't know why he's doing it. He doesn't value this. You value it, though. He doesn't know. Well, what does he want to do? He doesn't know yet. But you have forced him to come in here majoring in business or economics or something like that. It's not what he wants. It doesn't make him happy. It doesn't meet his core needs. It's not what he values.
It was very important to me. My daughter went to college. She went to 3 years at a reputable university, and she hated every minute of it. And so finally, when she decided to leave with 1 year left, I was like, you sure you want to do this? This what you want to do? And she came home, and I did not pressure her at all. I didn't say you need to immediately apply to another school. I didn't tell her the school she needed to go to. I said, I'm going to let her discover this on her own. She did. That girl is now on the dean's list.
And that's where that confidence is going to be. If you forced it.
She went and figured out what she values. Where do I really want to be? What do I really want to study? And now it looks different. The other day I said, Nuti, you wanna go get something to eat? I can't. I'm doing homework. Yes, ma'am. See, because
you saw her where her value is lying.
She's clear now what it is she wants to accomplish. I think that's what it is. If we don't tell ourselves, this is what's important to me, then I'm out here just aimlessly wandering, trying to find things to be confident about. None of them are fulfilling because I haven't figured out what my value is.
Right. What's the thing that about when I tell clients and I tell students and things all the time, you have to think about all of those things actually. You know, I want to go to grad school and stuff like that, but I want to have 10 kids. Okay. And I mean, really stop for a second. Is having the 10 kids really more important? It is. You might need to get started. 10 is a lot. We're not going to go to medical school and law school. And, you know, you're not going to do like 20 years of school and then start having, you know what I'm saying? And then start on 10. You really have to think for a second. Which one do I really value? I know, you know what? Medical school, isn't it? I really just want to have a big family. There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Go out and do it with glee.
So do the thing that you value.
Because then the life you end up with will be satisfying
Successful.
to you.
Yep.
And you are able to look at yourself at the end and say, oh, I was successful.
Yep. You'll be a whole doctor saying I wasn't a success. Because that was never your standard for success. Your standard was the 10 kids.
That's why we have so many people, 50 years old, and now we're changing into a totally different job than we've been in a career for decades. And now we decided I'm going to give all of those hundreds of thousands of dollars up so I can go be a teacher because I want to go and make a difference.
Yeah.
Because you didn't just start with that at the beginning, because you thought that success was the 6-figure job.
And my client was like, she's discovered, I've been pressing her to do her art. She was in a show on Friday. She sold something. I said, did you ever think you'd just be an artist? She said, I would just feel terrible wasting them. You know, those degrees from, these universities really cost a lot. I said, they're not wasted. You're going to keep going. If being an artist is truly what you want, then what you got, the degrees are probably helping you. You just haven't, you haven't seen it yet. The degrees probably are helping you.
Learning anything could never be a waste.
Could never be a waste. It will be a waste. You continuing to go in that path just because that's the path you started on. Can you imagine that? Why are you two together? Because we've been together.
Are you happy?
Is it meeting your needs? Are you valuable?
No, but what I got now.
We've been together for like 10 years, so we just gonna be together.
Please don't talk about nobody like that. You ain't happy, they ain't happy.
We're together because we've been together. Can you imagine just driving your car forever because you had this car? You're not gonna get a new car? No, because I had this one.
Is the 10 years the success?
Was it happy?
or is the happiness
Right.
the success?
Yeah.
You got to determine what you value. Now, there are some people who say, I want to get to the end of my life and I want to have had a 50-year marriage.
Fine. Great. Then that's the joy. That is joy then for you.
Yes.
Yeah, that is joy then for you.
Yes.
But you got to really sit and be like, is it? You got to answer those questions for yourself.
Yes.
All right, what's another question we're going to ask?
Okay. What types of accomplishments feel the most worthwhile to you? Now, let me say something. You hear accomplishments and you hear big things. You hear graduating from school.
Right.
You hear becoming the lawyer. You hear raising the family. I'm saying, what types of accomplishments feel the most worthwhile to you? Going a month running every day. That's an accomplishment. If it's worthwhile to you and if it means something, if that's what you value, that's your success. Yeah. And I want you to celebrate that just as loudly as you do getting the degree.
Absolutely.
Becoming the lawyer. All of these things. Why is it that we've decided that things have to be really major and really big and really huge? No, but that's why you got to get clear about what you value.
Yes. Because it is major. Even if I go running every day for a month, that's major. Baby,
if I do that,
that's beyond major. What?
Baby, I'm finna pull it on all the socials.
That's way major.
The way I'm finna get me a shirt
with my own face on it. Running. I'm gonna ask different like shoe companies. I don't get a deal. No, you're not a famous basketball player. I know, but I did something. I'm at Puma, somebody, Saucony,
Diodora,
British Knights did give me something.
Listen,
it's a couple of felines or something.
Who want me to represent their shoe line?
Because I ran for 30 days.
Listen, y'all think I'm playing.
Y'all gonna put on the Kanikas.
Let me do the Mighty 305.
For all the people who just started running, listen, that's gonna blow up. It's more of those than people who gonna dunk like Michael Jordan. There's more of those. There's more Kanikas than Michael Jordans in this world. By far. We're beginning runners.
So you got to figure out what are the accomplishments that feel the most worthwhile. Not what you like. Now hear me on this one.
Get in it. Go on in.
What you enjoy announcing to other people. Not what feels good that is celebrated by others.
Woo!
When it's just
celebrated.
Alone in a room. What accomplishment was worthwhile to you? What's the thing that even if you just held on to it yourself and was just like, I'm really proud of myself.
Baby. And we all have those.
Yes.
We all have those things. Let those things build your confidence. When you are in that dearth of self-esteem, you have all of these wonderful things that you've done.
Me keeping these 21 plants alive.
Listen,
I want you to know that 2 years ago, I could not.
And they just in here thriving. We're like in a greenhouse up in here.
I'm telling you, I'm proud of that. That's why I post pictures of them and tell y'all their names.
That's why she want to get a stroller and roll them through town.
I'm going to get my stroller. And I'm going to roll my plants around outside because they want fresh air too.
They want to move and place.
They do.
Okay, that's good. Does your idea of success have multiple parts?
This is important, y'all.
That's so important.
Ooh, this is a good one.
That's so important because we just were like, big goal. Did I reach it all? If I didn't get it all, then I didn't get nothing. Get out of here.
There were small steps along the way.
And
for
you
example,
were so bad to get,
if the goal was to run for the 30 days, why didn't we celebrate 7?
If I run for 2 days.
In a row.
If Kanika Bell gets up and runs for 2 days in a row, you better believe you're going to get that whole Marco Polo and I'm going to be feeling myself. I'm going to leave it sweaty. I'm going to be like, she out here running. She out here. I'm posting, what? 2 days. 2.
Yes. And celebrate that too.
Success.
Because you know what? more opportunities for you to feel confident.
Absolutely.
If we wait until we finish the large goal, that's just one opportunity for us to feel confident about what we've accomplished. If I celebrate every single day in the 30 days, 30 opportunities for me to
run with. I don't even have a struggle with confidence my collar anymore.
Every single day. If I'm not just waiting till then.
I don't even struggle with confidence anymore. I'm
strutting like a peacock.
Myself. What?
The whole month.
My shoulders are just going. The trying. You showed up for the audition at all. I'm not trying to be funny. That's a success.
I'm a walk in like John Travolta. Well, you can tell by the way. No time to talk. Listen, I'm gonna be bopping.
What, Kanika? Staying alive.
Listen, I'm just gonna be.
If you showed up for the interview,
what?
Celebrate it. That you got the interview. You know what I'm saying? Celebrate this success. All success comes in multiple parts. Nothing is just bam and there you are.
That's what I'm talking about.
All success comes in several. There were these moments of opportunity to celebrate yourself. Did you miss it?
Yes. So then I like this. All of this information that we got is from an article, and I'm definitely going to post it. It's from Berkeley Wellbeing. You know, Berkeley, shout out. UC Berkeley has a whole department of happiness psychology, and they've released these really amazing articles. And one of the major things that you have to consider when you're thinking about success, what does it look like for you to be successful in your well-being? I'm talking about just you. I'm not talking about
my well-being
anything
is successful.
Else. Just here.
I'm sorry. I just have to. My well-being is successful.
I need you to know.
I'm the bomb at well-being. I'm out here slaying my well-being. I'm sorry. Are you okay? I'm successful at my well-being.
I want you to think of these billionaires that we're talking about.
Is
do you look at them and do you say to yourself, you know, they look like their well-being is successful.
They better flex on that well-being. What?
So let's talk about what that means for your well-being to be successful. First kind of success.
Emotional success, right? Just feeling good. Balanced.
Just feeling good.
Mm-hmm. It's a balanced emotional success. Social success. Are you feeling connected?
Because if we're not,
that's the part that always gets me. There have been several TV shows that actually depict quite negative consequences to winning the lottery. You ever see those shows like "What the Lottery Ruined My Life" and these kinds of things like that? And it's because these other successes just fall off. You win the lottery, and we have all of these problems. You know what I mean? This one guy actually, he blamed his daughter's death on winning the lottery. He said she just got beside herself, she started using drugs, all that kind of stuff like that. He was like, "I wish I'd never won." And because we forgot about the core values, right? You know what I'm saying? We thought the lottery was going to solve all these problems, and we didn't realize we really didn't have that many problems to begin with. The lottery created it, created problems.
Yeah.
All right. So success, feeling connected. What's another one?
Occupational success. Hear me on this.
Hear it.
I didn't say anything about money.
Yep. It's not climbing to the top of the ladder just so you can be at the top.
Feeling fulfilled by your work. Do you finish what you do at the end of the day and feel like that was worthwhile?
I did that. I do when I'm walking out of the classroom. I wouldn't walking out of dean's meetings. It's true. You wouldn't being a principal of a school. I think you would kill being a principal. I think people would fight to get in your school. It'd be a line outside. It'd be a lottery of teachers trying to get in.
And I'd be
That'd be wonderful
every day.
But that would not be for you. You would not leave. You'd leave like I did a good job, but you wouldn't feel like this fed me. My
Not fulfilled
soul
at
was
all.
was fed by it.
Mm-mm.
So financial success really has to do with being able to afford the things that you need. We live in a country of excess.
Need, y'all.
Right. This is those of us who live, we're a little bit global. I just want to say that. We have listeners all over. We do. We do. We have a little subset of people in
several
the Netherlands,
countries. We do.
Africa.
We
We have
do.
like some
We do.
listeners here
What's up,
and there.
Accra? I see you, Ghana.
Hello. But those of us in these Western nations, we can become obsessed with just literally collecting money for money's sake. Remember Scrooge McDuck? Like on McDuck, he was just swimming in his money. He didn't even do anything with it. I just want to lay in it. We can do that. Financial success means you can afford the things that you need.
That you
can
need,
take care.
y'all. I'm gonna tell
of
you
your
where we get
needs.
caught up. We think we're broke because we can't afford
Every
what
single
we
thing we want.
Mm-hmm. Are you taken care of? Mm-hmm. Can you eat? Mm-hmm. Do you have a roof over your head? We need to be worried about not having those things.
And many of us have most of what we want. Now again, I'm not talking about people. There are people who are unhoused. We know,
right.
We're not being extreme. But there's many of us who live the way that we do. We have most of what we want. You got a nerve to be like, I'm broke. I can't go on that 9th trip this year.
And
I went on 8 trips.
Life is so unfair.
I'm not gonna be able to go to that too. Dang. You done went to this, that, and the other thing, and now you can't go to this.
Just came back from a cruise, man, because you can't go on the other cruise.
The next one.
Stop it. Mm-hmm. Stop it. And then finally, community success.
I love that.
Let me say something to you. If you are connected with enough people, their struggles will become yours too.
So will their triumphs.
So will their triumphs. Yes. So the well-being of your friends, your family, your larger community, that's part of your well-being also.
Yeah. That makes me feel successful. When I'm looking at like Melanie and Janan, everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's got their good jobs that they were looking for and that they wanted and stuff like that. That makes me, I'm just successful by association. Yep. I just sit around and just look at these wonderful women just doing what they do. I'm like, go ahead, ladies. Just for them being my friends.
When our squad is thriving,
I feel like that's a mark for me. I feel successful.
Similarly, when our squad is struggling, it's like there's just a little something in the back of your mind, like
let's see, let's fix it, right?
Yeah, I want us to get that cleared up, right? So, just some questions to ask yourself. We're just gonna rip through these.
Yep.
How would you define success in these areas? And I want you to answer these for yourself. This is your charge for this week.
Write it down.
Please do.
In your joy journal that you keep for yourself.
What is the definition of success in business to you? Not what you've seen it be everywhere else around you.
What are you calling it?
What do you define it as?
What is the definition of success in a romantic relationship?
This thing recently freed me.
I
have historically wanted a romantic relationship. I've wanted a healthy romantic relationship. And I recently got to a place where I said, my peace and my joy is more important than being booed up.
Oh God, yes. Booed up
But I think that I've said that.
You.
I don't think I fully subscribed to that.
I got you.
And now being in that place, I don't give it a second thought. Men just be flirting with me. I just be like,
are you about to bring joy?
Are you going to make me feel like I make me feel?
Well, I mean, that's not possible. I mean, I'm not expecting that of anyone. I'm such a good time. There's no way. There's no one out there. I'm so sorry.
Are you going to make me feel the way Kanika makes me feel?
And again, I mean, let's bat with an our leg here.
That's what I want.
This bar is too high. This bar is too high. I don't know.
It's what I want, right?
Yeah.
So,
but I think it's important too, because I'm just if my client watches this, she's gonna be like, "You were talking about me." She really was like, I don't have. I was like, "Are you a person who needs to have somebody who's like accessible every day and all this stuff like that?" And she was like, "No, he doesn't have to. I don't have to access that man every day. I want to have deep, meaningful conversations. I want us to be able to laugh at ratchet stuff and then also talk about the meaning of life and all this." And she's like, "If I have that, I'm calling that a successful relationship."
And then I want him to go out with his boys because
like,
I
ain't
am
got to
going
have
out
him
with
every
my
day.
girls.
Yeah, she was like, I want to have that connectedness. She's a real intellectual person. She was like, I want somebody to meet me there in that head space. I don't have to have that all day and all night.
Yes.
But, she really, again, you let some kind of other things creep into your mind about this successful relationship is that you have to be up underneath the people all the time. She's like, yeah, I think I don't want that.
Yeah.
And that's not what I want.
Yep.
So you have to define it for yourself. What is the definition of success in friendships?
This is a
what
good
does
one.
that mean to you?
Doesn't mean that you
What's
have a
the
lot of them.
well-being of your friendships?
Or does it mean that you have just a tight circle, but there's a certain level of depth that you all have, a vulnerability that you can have?
Yeah. I think if there are lots of areas where you think that you need to tweak, like if you're like, man, my relationship with so-and-so is love. Man, my relationship with so-and-so is love. Man, if you got a few of those, and I don't feel called out, if you have a few of those, you might want to work on that. You know what I mean? Like that's a well-being, that's a spot check. All right. And I'm saying this to people who are important to you. I'm not saying that, the cashier at the Starbucks, y'all not getting along. Okay. Because he don't give you your venti hot cocoa. I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Yo, homeboy from, of 30 years, and we just can't seem. And if you're having that in several spaces, there may be
But it's also because you haven't figured out what you value.
Well, that may be true.
If you can't figure out what you value so that you can work towards it, then you're going to be in that space.
You won't work towards it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So ultimately, the key to your own success is defining your own success. So just what is the definition of success in life? Mm-hmm. You got to define it, y'all. Mm-hmm. It's for you and you alone. No one else can give it to you. Mm-hmm. And this is especially true for people who have historically kind of been up under people that have told them how to feel.
Yep.
Told them what to think. Mm-hmm. It is time for you to go out and figure out your own truth. Mm-hmm.
And you have to realize that's going to be a process, right? That's going to be a journey. And find the journey successful. Like call the journey, call the trying, call the trial and error, call the process through which you are trying to become successful. Call that success.
You know why? Even if you start something and you fail, what you learned on the other side of that, invaluable. You're a totally different person, and there are mistakes you'll never make again.
Absolutely. We have degrees, right? We have college and we have graduate degrees. They don't compare to what we learn in college. There are these things that happen staying up late at night, just eating pizza, and you know what I'm saying, like playing space. There are these experiences from just being in college that are equally in terms of measuring success.
Yeah.
Right? There's the completion of the degree and there are the moments.
Yep. I wholeheartedly believe that if you just dedicate your life to finding your own joy,
you're already winning.
You will be successful.
You're a winner.
If you just dedicate your life to
is there joy in this?
In every moment.
Is there joy in here? Is joy
even when you figure out, no, there's not joy in here, and moving out of that situation,
that is equally successful. Yeah, it's equally
that's what
successful.
I'm saying.
So one of my clients was talking about like writing a pitch, and she was talking about something else kind of entirely, and I was thinking about like, what if you wrote like a little elevator speech? How you write like a little pitch that you're going to give to somebody. Hey, tell me about Add Joy. Well, Add Joy is a community and podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like a little spiel that highlights your best qualities. You would not spend a 5-minute pitch talking about the problems with the business. You're talking about what's great about it, right? What if you had that about yourself?
Could
And you just
imagine?
whip that out. That's your little pep talk. Right before you go somewhere. Well, I'm Kanika Bell, and you just had some strengths. What would be in your elevator pitch? Strangely enough, many people when they make an elevator pitch, they talk about what they want. You know, like I'm looking for. When a lot of times what people who want to hear your pitch or somebody who's, you know, interested in just knowing more, they want to hear about you. Why are you excellent for this position? Why are you great?
Right now?
Who are you?
Yes. I thought about this when you mentioned it.
That's that branding.
And I thought about there's a Beyonce lyric where she says, "It takes me just to close the deal. I am your deal closer." When you talk about something you want to complete or finish, I am the person that you send in and I get it done. I'll figure out how to make it happen. I am the person that's going to go behind the scenes and I can lay that thing out. I know that about me. If I don't tell you now anything else about me, that's why you need me on your team. I close the deal. That's it. That's my elevator pitch. It's quick.
You'll be inspired. I can leave it at that. I'm going to inspire you. You won't. You will be motivated to something. You can't spend that much time with me and not be like, I have a fire lit on me to do something. I believe that I can.
Yep.
You're going to get inspired.
Yep. That's my success though, right?
That is my success. But that means I've got to say that to myself to boost my security and my confidence.
Yeah.
I got to say to myself in the mirror, hello, I'm Kanika Bell, and I am out here inspiring, motivating, you know, just pressing people to their greatness. People reach their optimal level by just being in community with me.
Yep.
I got to say that to myself. That's my measure of success. And that is something that makes me feel secure and confident.
I am the fire that gets up under people and moves them to complete a thing. Absolutely. Yes. So we looked at our own definitions of success, and I just came up with some general ones, right? Not deep. When you hear how not deep these are, but this is what I consider success. I need time to connect with my squad. If I get that time, I am being successful.
Yep.
If I don't get it, I'm off. Yes. I feel successful when we're entering the season where I'm about to feel super successful. When we have homecoming, when we start celebrating birthdays and we start going, and we start going on trips together, this whole season, it starts from like October into about, well, just carries into like June.
I don't know. It's always.
I personally, I need to create things. Now that can look like myriad things, right? I could go up in that scrapbook room. I can make a scrapbook page. I could just be on the socials creating things that are visual. I could just be editing the podcast. I just need to be creating something from scratch, right? This is a one for you. I think especially for traveling. You need to experience new places and new things. And when you get that, it's like a boost for you. You feel successful.
I do.
And you just be on I got to go get it. That's your level of success.
I go out and do my daredevil things, and she doesn't want to hear about the daredevil things until I come back.
She can tell me later.
Good times.
Maybe.
I'll tell you about the rainforest.
No, you won't.
Baby, that thing was scary.
I don't want.
I'm back. I lived.
Anyway, this is a big one for me. I need enough money to live stresslessly. I said it.
I just won't. Please? Can that blessing just rain down? Please.
I need to be able to pay all of my bills.
Please, God.
To have money to eat.
Just a little cushion.
To have gas in my car. If I can do those things and not be wondering, where's my next meal going to come from?
I don't want it.
Do I have to rob from Peter to pay Paul? Then I'm not feeling successful.
Then I'm not being successful. Yeah.
And then finally, I need to make the world a better place than I came to. I believe in that.
That's success.
I really feel like when I'm doing this podcast, I just stay in a state.
That thing
of
makes
success.
me. It does. It really makes me feel successful. That people are gaining something.
I'm incredibly confident just from this alone.
So my list is very similar. I also need to connect with friends. I must do it. I must do it. We will make up a holiday. We'll be like, let's just get together because it's National Tequila Day. It's Onions. It's Onions Friday.
We do.
So let's just we got to get together for Onions Friday. You know those verses came on, baby. Frankie, Beverly, and Max. We put on all white.
We did.
It was COVID. Nobody was there. We were not out and about.
Did.
It wasn't a party. We put on all white, just the two of us.
On Easter Sunday.
I was like, we gonna put on this all white, and we're gonna. That was just important, right? Yeah. I have to have those kinds of connections. I have to learn something. That makes me feel successful. Anytime I leave a situation having been enlightened, or I like, there's something I didn't know. I love that, right? That makes me feel successful. It equally, not conversely, but on the same side of that coin, I feel successful when people learn something from me. Right? When I get a chance to teach somebody something or enlighten their view, broaden their perspective about something. We already talked how I don't like isms. So I like to go after those and just, I really love when somebody has a moment like, you know what? Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love when people kind of think about that. Right? And yes, I also like to, I need to experience new things. I need to travel. I need to be exposed. It just changes my whole perspective. I come back to the United States just like ready to face life. You know what I mean? And also, travel also, for lack of a better term, it makes you less full of yourself. You be like, get over yourself. Whatever these little things you've been worried about, child, let that go. It adds the perspective that you're a tiny part of this big world. And that makes me feel successful to be, it's a success to me to recognize my place as a tiny spot in this big world.
I love it. All right. So we have a few quotes about success. Quote on, quote on. Here's some quotes. I think we can do one each, and the other ones I'm going to post on the socials.
Word.
So that you all can see. Yeah, because there's some good ones here.
You can go on there because you're following us. You'll see them. You'll like it a lot.
So mine that I'm going to say, if you really look closely, most overnight successes took a long time.
Listen, they sure did. That seemed to happen overnight. Did not.
It did.
There was all kind of hemming and hawing and questioning, and maybe I'll quit. And there was so much behind whatever this thing that you watching blow up.
I promise you, it didn't happen overnight. You can guarantee.
I love so many of these. Oh my gosh. But I think one of my favorites is the ones who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones that do. If you are mad enough, and again, people will say that to you. Prepare yourself. You are so crazy. You really think you're going to change the world with this joy thing? And am. I know I'm not unless I believe it. Somebody better believe it. You'll believe it when I do it.
Interestingly, that one, it says anonymous. That's Steve Jobs, and mine was Steve Jobs too. And look, a person who changed the world.
Literally. The ones who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones that do. And if you look really closely, most overnight successes took a long time. So please stop beating up on yourself for taking a long time.
Yes.
All successes do. Be easy.
I think we can end on that note.
Look it up.
Yeah, I like ending right there. That's our joy journal.
Thank you so much.
For the week.
Yeah, for this, for just joining us today on Add Joy. Make sure that you become a Joy John by what? Everybody, what did I say? Go and subscribe.
Yep. Like, follow,
rate, share
review,
it with people, please.
all of that.
Review is like write a review. Like really say something. Like I am really enjoying this. Really say what you're thinking about it. And a true Joy John would never go out without a little Joy John. A little Joy John merch. You see it on this tan skin. You see it. You see it.
We are so
on
goofy.
This black strap molasses. You see it.
We're going to go ahead and head
on out.
And so, we need to really develop that game. No.
Listen, the ad-libs. You hear it.
Oh, I've got one.
Okay.
No, wait. No, shoot. It has words.
I'm trying to think of something. Well, I mean, it can have words, but just maybe not the chorus.
It's just one long note.
Okay.
Oh!
Is there a heart? Is there a heart in the house tonight? Stand up! Let me know that you got to breathe.